P. Now today I'm going to be talking about two things. I'm going to be talking about the Mattic that infamously killed Phillup. JCF find it. Next thing I'm going to address is the recent sentencing of the youth named Sonnyman Walker, aka Shortman. This is getting out of hand now, and we have to talk about it. As concerned citizens, the people of Jamaica, right, yard and abroad, right, supposed to can ask certain questions when them see certain things when not add up. But let us start with the weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they found it. You hear the saying from Wappy kill Phillup? It basically means something happened a long time ago. Now, there are various theories as to who Wappy and Phillup is. Right, some people say it is by the name of Wappy King. There was a headline called Wappy King Phillup, and then it ended up become Wappy kill Phillup. People say there was somebody in Portland named Wappy and then killed one youth named Phillup. One story come from the 1940s, one come from the 50s. Now the 40s and the 50s isn't exactly time immemorial. Now people always ask who is Wappy and Phillup, but nobody asks where is the Mattic where Wappy was killed Phillup. Well, JCF finally found it. Now after years of digging, investigating, it look like the weapon is now in possession of the JCF. They see them put them are gonna run ballistics. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, run ballistics? Then that can fire? You would be surprised to know, because you see, even though the outside look rusty, right, once the internal is good, then it can definitely work. Most of the things that you see is dirt and rust, right, and those are things that can come off. So it's possible that the weapon can work. Now, for a joke aside, the weapon is actually a Browning high power, and in case you don't know, it's a very popular weapon. It might have phased out now, but back in the day, it was known to be a favorite amongst various special forces organizations. As a matter of fact, the Germans, or the Nazis, were a big fan of the Browning high power, and you had various special forces all over the world, Australian, British SAS, them love the Browning high power too. Even many Jamaican police officers have fond memories of the Browning high power. Well, it turned out 87 love them too. And in case you're wondering what it look like when it's not covered in mud and rust, you can see it on your screen. So lately, we have the JCF constantly post weapons to them fine and them thingy, and that's all good and well. But I remember the Prime Minister said them know what carrying the gun them know about the networks, and them know what go on. So I'm still waiting to see one of these networks tumble. I am still waiting to see one of them big cardboard they put up, like cartridge paper, and then you look, you see about 15 names in some picture, and I'm sure you say him or she, a leader of the organization, and then second in command over there, so, and then the one to buy it and the one to ship it. So maybe it might be the case. Who knows? Make we see. But them did say soon. I'm telling you, say soon can mean 2075. There is no real timeline for soon. So, them say them know who, and them are go bring them to justice, and them are go. So, make we see how that work out. But in the meantime, link me to a unicorn. Next thing I want to talk about, Sonnyman Walker. He's the one that killed the tourist under very spooky circumstances. You see, I'm telling you, say, anytime when you hear say tourists lose their life at Jamaica, normally something spooky went down. The tourists went somewhere off the, let's just say the more mainstream track, right, and then things went bad, or they might do some kind of deal, right, and things get ugly, or in this instance, the man go in a room and the man alone come out. So the man Walker, right, and the tourists checked into the hotel room. There was no forced entry. The hotel, see when time the two of them check in, everything looked legit, right, and go in there, and what happened in that hotel room, well, only him and the tourists know, and the tourists can't talk. So, Sonnyman Walker story was always very spookylicious. Let's just use that word. Spookylicious. Shortly after the man did, the police then put out a person of interest and said they want to talk to this individual. They even went to a shop and find some pictures of Sonnyman Walker walking into the shop. Because this is when time they're motivated to solve certain case. You'd be surprised to know what them can do. Especially when you talk about a tourist, a Billy Joe tourist lose him life in Jamaica. You better solve this fast. You better find the 87 fast. So them get all shop camera footage and bring in experts, fingerprints and everything. When them done put together the case, it was so solid that Sonnyman Walker, and I'm guessing his lawyer, probably advised him and tell him, say, just plead guilty upon that one, because you're not going to win that one. But he didn't plead guilty to the original charge, which was murder and robbery. They make him plead guilty to manslaughter. And he was found guilty of manslaughter, and he was sentenced to 12 years. So I'm probably got about half of that, who knows. Just like with the story about the man who shoot the young lady on camera. Remember just do it and him plead guilty to manslaughter. Say is a trend. The man them figure out the system. When the case too solid, when the case too good, just plead guilty to the lesser charge. Now you cannot blame criminals for taking advantage of a golden opportunity. Them jump on the opportunity that the law provides for them. Why are these people allowed to plead for a lesser charge? It's one thing to plead guilty to murder, but you make them plead guilty to manslaughter. If you drive and lick down somebody, you get charged with manslaughter. It's the lesser charge compared to murder. Murder is the one that get the bigger sentence. The man in Manchester said he was provoked, and the courts allow him to plead guilty to manslaughter. So you probably see him sentence similar to Sonnyman Walker one. Provoked. By that reasoning, every murder in history can be charged as manslaughter. Because everybody feel like something provoked them. Boy this me, I was provoked. In take away my woman, I was provoked. Him tell me about my mother, I was provoked. Him kick down my virgin, I was provoked. He step on my shoes every time I tell him, say, yo, you step on my shoes, him say do something about it, I was provoked. This is ridiculous. I was provoked, so lower the charge to manslaughter and courts agree. And legal experts, judge and everybody, hear that line of reasoning and say that makes sense. Yeah man, that make quality sense. Me could give him the manslaughter charge. You see the quote unquote experts, I'm gonna tell you, say, well, you know, judges know more than you. So that the judge say, I saw it work. Lawyers know more than you. So if I that the lawyer them say, I saw it figure. Who are you? You're just a little YouTuber. You're just a little citizen. But make we ask yourself this question. What kind of message are we sending when we make man know say, well, can just blow off a woman head and tell the judge that I was provoked, and get the charge dropped down to manslaughter? Remember, the same law tell us say, one of the functions of sentencing is to act as a deterrent. You see, precedence is a hell of a thing, you know. And do we really want a country that is already number one on the murder charts? If you have people who walk around, I think in the back of their mind say, well, we can always just plead guilty to manslaughter. Why this me? I really want to get rid of him. We can just say, you know what? Alright, your case good. We have witness, we have evidence. Plead guilty, manslaughter. I'm not going to do no more than one. I get sentenced to about 10, or maybe do about 4 or 5. And that's worst case scenario if me get catch. And it's very unlikely them get catch. But if me get catch, that's all me I go do. So when you see how government operate now, you have issues where them ignore, them do nothing about, then them come under pressure and then they are forced to update these acts. They don't do it on them own, you know. They have to come under pressure first. For example, when time the international community condemned Jamaica for not doing enough on human trafficking, they update the act. Go check it out for yourself. The international community rated Jamaica poorly and said Jamaica not do enough because they don't want the embarrassment, they update it. The Rapeable Act, that come out when time people Did I say Jamaican laws are not doing enough for determine, right? Something needs to be done. Them update it. The same thing now we are seeing with the Firearms Act, right? And the whole sentencing of illegal possession of firearm and murder and everything, the importing weapons. They're now under pressure, so now them update that. Right? If they don't come under pressure, them now go through the law book and see on their own accord say this need changing. You have to go look for it, put it in front of them eyes, and then shout on top of your voice, say this is madness, and then they maybe change it. Maybe. Depending on how much political points them can score, might make them either speed up the law or slow it down. Complete madness. Anyway, Patreon squad, big up on yourself. Yeah, you don't know, more life. Ultra squad, stay circling. Bless.